Well, hello and welcome back to my Twigs 2 electric guitar project, the guitar that is made from crepe myrtle branches. Today's video will be demonstrating how I will be reinforcing the neck. The body's coming along well, and I haven't received the fretboard in yet. I'm going to go ahead and go with a manufactured fretboard. I will be setting the frets, but for me to make the fretboard, the radius, and then cut each slot, it's just a lot more time and cost effective for me just to order one that's pre-made. So it still makes it self-built, but I didn't build the fret. I did not cut the slots for the frets, but it will be a pre-manufactured, so I will disclose that up front. But back to the neck reinforcement. As you can see, I've cut a slot about 1/8 of an inch. It's a loose 1/8, so that I can get this flat bar stock. This is 1/8 by 1/2 inch, and the idea is to set it this way in the body so that it will not bend this way. This is very rigid in this direction. So by cutting that slot and then cutting a section of the steel bar and then trimming it to match the curve of the nut end, and then this section that goes into the body. And this will insert into the slot and be completely beneath the surface of the neck and the body when it's inserted. See if I can demonstrate that real quick. And you can see that it fits all the way in, and that should be enough reinforcement to hold this thing. I've done this before, and it's been years, and the neck has not moved after I put this reinforcement rod in it. So that's why I'm going with this. It is not adjustable. It will be solidly epoxied in. So once I put it in, that's it. It's no more adjustment. And that being said, what I have to do is make sure I have this neck bed as flat as I possibly can. So I've been measuring this, especially after I put the reinforcement rod in, and I will be doing it again after I epoxy it in. But just before I even get this epoxied in, I've been going back and forth just with a sander, by hand sanding this and then measuring it with my flat gauge here to make sure I have this as flat as I possibly can get it before I get this reinforcement rod set in. And just as an extra buffer, what I'm planning on doing is putting this, it's about probably less than a 1/16. I don't know the actual measurement of this. It's real thin walnut. And I'm going to put that, and we'll put the epoxy down, and then put this over it, and then take this very flat piece of MDF and lay that across there, and then clamp it so that I can get a very secure flat surface that will be easily sandable once I take it all apart. I figured that if I put this layer of walnut in there, that will act to float out any imperfections and then give me something flat and clean to sand on, so that I can see if there are any dips or flaws that need to be sanded out after it's all put together. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's been a little bit of a short video, but it is a very important step to reinforce these necks. These are natural branches, and as far as I can tell, they have aged enough that they do not move, but when you get a little bit of string tension on them, you never know. So it's better just to go ahead and reinforce it, just to make it as stable as you can possibly get it, so you don't have to go back and correct anything later. That is about it for today's show. I just wanted to make sure I included this so that you can see what I'm doing before I get it all covered up. So that's it for today. Bye for now.